Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are not fighting rebels. That feels really good. It feels really good. We have a few things that we can do up here. I don't care about any of them, to be honest. I want to check in before we... Oh, that's a bit laggy to zoom in, but it often is the first time. I want to check over this way to see if there's any real castle upgrades that we can work on. Looks like those are all solidly in progress, so that's great. Hello, pause menu. And we're going to come up over this way, I feel like. I would love to fight these guys on... Oh. I was assuming they were a kingdom tier realm. They're a duchy tier realm. They do have 2 duchy titles. So taking their primary duchy title may not take the whole realm. But, I mean... What is their primary duchy title? It is that one. Okay. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it. But that's the one we're going to go for. And I want to do this right now. We're going to declare this war. They have like 5k troops. Cool. We're going to raise up our men-at-arms around here. And we're also going to raise a few levy troops. How many of those are we going to want? We're going to want probably around 10k. I think will be plenty. Enemy allies are, of course, joining the war. So how many do they end up having? 7,700? Yeah, like I said, about 10k levy troops. Sounds good to me. Our princess was murdered. How rude. Anyway, on we go with our war. We've got about 8k here. And our men-at-arms have not arrived yet. And one more tick. There we go, 10k. In we go. Our men-at-arms will show up soon enough. And we'll see what these guys end up doing, and we'll see how much we actually end up getting here. This may create border gore, or we may get all of this. I'm not 100% certain. I know sometimes when they're a duchy tier realm and you take the primary title, you get all of it, but they also have a second duchy title, which I think that we're not going to get. So this is probably going to create a little border gore, but that's okay. We can clean that up. That will be just fine. We're starting a slow siege over here, and once our men-at-arms arrive, we'll head on over, and that will be just fine. We can see their troops on the way down. They're like grouping up over here. Cool. That's pretty neat. So we're going to group up here, and we will split off a combat force and a siege force, naturally, as we tend to do. Okay, this is not the war in question. Cool. So that pop-up was completely useless. We're going to then split off our mangonels as well as a couple units of levy troops. I think something along the lines of... I want a little bit more here. There we go. That'll do. These guys are going to come up here. And we have a skill 38 leader there. We want to leave a leader here with siege, of course. Siege engineer is the one we want. We don't care about anything else. So this guy will do the trick. Perfect. Now we are going to take attrition going up here. That's kind of a lot of attrition, actually. Yeah, that's going to be a thing. I must say I'm not a huge fan of this mechanic as you move away from your borders. I think that supply has that covered. As long as your supplies are up there, I think that you should be fine. But this is obviously intended to prevent you from just running deep into enemy territory. Like, that's the goal behind it, and I guess that's okay. And because it doesn't happen when you... because it doesn't continue when you finish the siege, that seems okay to me, but... Well... Yeah, I think that supply should be the main mechanic there. Maybe make the attrition from being out of supply have less restrictions on it. Make it more punishing, is what I'm trying to say. Instead of just having these arbitrary amounts. But for now, we're interested in just kind of letting them do what they're going to do, I think. Like, what are they going to do here? Not a whole lot appears to be the answer. If we siege this, then we should have free reign to move around here without taking those attrition ticks. So that'll be fine. We'll just do that. Ah, they're down over here. You know what? That's actually super convenient for us. We can come down here without any attrition whatsoever. other than what we would take from being out of supply. I like it. We're going to head on down. And we'll continue our sieges over here. Now, keep in mind, they probably still have ticking war score. Not yet, but we don't have anything up over here just yet. That's fine. We're going to siege our way up this way. I just wanted to grab this so that we could definitely move our way around through here, but I think we would have been okay anyway. We just need to make our way up this way, and yeah, they're going to succeed this siege. They actually have pretty good siege weapons, but that is fine. How are we doing on the High Medieval era? Okay, we've got about 6 years there. No problem whatsoever. We're going to move up over here. Fantastic. So our siege force is doing absolutely fine. And yeah, they're going to get this. We don't care. They can do that. We do have a new martial perk available. And what are we going to take here? Hit and run? Envelopment? Nope, definitely engineered for destruction. That is 100% what we're going to go for. That siege weapon effectiveness is just so powerful that it is insane. Absolutely insane how powerful siege weapons are in this game. I think that siege weapons are too powerful, to be clear. Like, not necessarily that I think that things should take longer to siege. I think that they should count less towards war score. I mean, to some degree it makes sense, right? Because, like, 3 counties here out of their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 14, 3 out of 14. That's not 43% war score, though. 50% war score. Like, that's a lot of war score for occupying 3 out of 14 counties. Honestly, I feel like the war score should be equal to a percentage of the land that they hold. Or something similar. I think that sieging is too strong in these wars. It's very possible... Oh, well, we captured the leader. It's not what I was talking about, but it's very possible in these wars to win exclusively via sieging, even against a fully superior foe. We've done that multiple times in this series, where they've had like 3-4 times our troop count, and we win by just sieging. And the AI doesn't do anything about it. See, I don't think that that's particularly great. I do think that they should probably... Yeah, this is what I expected. I do think that they should nerf the amount of war score you get from sieging. That would be nice. For now, we're going to hand these on out. And we'll do something like that. And then the question becomes, can we do anything with these duchies? Yes, we can usurp this, and that would then go to this gentleman right here. We'll grant that to him, and there we go. Did I just see a county? A recently acquired county. Hang on. No. Okay, neat. Sure, that's fine. So we've got a bit of territory over here, and now when our truce is up with her, we can just go for this duchy, and we'll get all of this territory. So that'll be great. And now let's turn our attention down over this way. These guys are looking like a pretty decent acquisition target. They're in another war. And this is a kingdom level title. Fascinating. However, we could just take this duchy. We're not going to holy war for it. We're going to conquer it. That'll be fine. We'll declare that. And we're going to be in a hostile situation with these guys, which is fine. There's not a whole lot of them. We're going to raise up over here. Men-at-Arms. 47 days. Sounds good. And we'll need somewhere around 5,000 troops. Okay. These guys will head on in now. And then the men-at-arms will follow along as soon as they arrive. Sounds good. Interesting. So we're actually only hostile to this single Sakana here. That is not so great for them. I do believe that they're going to have a problem with us. And a big one at that. So we'll continue that siege for the time being. And let's check in on our castles over here. We're definitely getting a lot closer to having these constructions finished. That's great. But it is definitely feeling good to be back to expansion, even if we're not doing super... Oh, we're not married. Yeah, that's a problem. Sure, you'll do. Even if we're not doing super major land grabs right now, I'm okay with this. And realistically, we just got East Francia, so that kind of was a major land grab. We should be expecting the Pope coming after us fairly soon. We'll enforce these demands, and we should inherit this war now. Yes, indeed we do. So we'll walk on over. And we do want to grant this title out. There we go. And we're going to be above our vassal limit. That's to be expected. We should probably start creating some titles with this cash fairly soon. Hey, another imprisonment. I like it. But yeah, we have a lot of titles we can create here, and we should start doing that. Camel markets. Okay, so we're going to continue chasing this guy, but we need to pop up over here and continue construction on one of these. This one. There we go. Oh, hill forts? Hang on. I feel like we don't want hill forts. I feel like we replace this with military camps. Okay. That'll do. Excellent. And then we'll come back over here. They're running off. We're not surprised by this. They don't have much of a chance. Oh, they're accepting their fate. Sounds good. This is going to be grim for them. Not going to go well at all. Okay, there's that over. Hey, 279 gold. Not bad. We'll disband those troops, and at this point, we really should consider creating some titles. So we're going to start with, like, these duchy level titles. A lot of these aren't going to actually get us much of anything, though, in terms of our vassal limit. So maybe we'll go with, like, the Kingdom of Novgorod. I feel like that's not going to be tremendously helpful, but we'll see. So the Kingdom of Novgorod we'll go ahead and create. Well, actually, I don't want to because we're living legend. It feels like it's a waste of all that prestige. And we're fairly old. And in poor health. Yeah, I'm going to wait. We will get rid of direct vassals. Which direct vassals? That's a question, for sure. Do we have an answer? The answer is, yeah, we do have an answer, and we'd like to be down here. What does your kingdom is this? Malwa. Actually, we can create that one, and not the others. I like it. So we do that, and then this guy becomes the Khan of Malwa. So that saves us one vassal there. And then over here, de jure. That's Orisa. Okay. Fascinating. We can change this duke's contract. I mean, he's a duke. In theory, we don't want him under us unless he is one of our dukes of Mongolia. But that's not really a thing. For right now, we are continuing to spread over here. You can definitely see our vassals making gains. That's great. But hidden weapons caches. Nice. We're going to come down over here and construct ourselves. I think we're going to work on... Once again, this is hill forts. We should replace this. This is our economic duchy, so I'd rather have quarries here. When given the option there. Excellent. And eventually we're going to want to retract these two. What would it look like if we retracted this right now? 100% chance. Do it. Excellent. So we're going to want to hand out something like this to a low noble. We have a number of castles up here that as our domain limit goes up, we're going to want to take back. But for now, we'll grant those out to low vassals. We'd like to hold the county levels ourselves. So we could revoke this. What is his odds? 24%. a lot of powerful vassals would join his rebellion. We're going to work on swaying him for a little while, and that'll be fine. What about this one? 0%. Okay, sure. That's fine. No real concerns there. We can bump up to absolute crown authority, and we absolutely want to do this. So note that we're at 64k right now. And this is going to just keep going up and up and up for the next little while. So that is great. Absolutely fantastic. We do have low county control in... Where is this? Oh, is this the one we just revoked? I bet it is. Yeah, that's the one we just revoked. We do want to definitely be increasing that control. There we go. So we're on absolute crown authority right now, and that gives us a bargaining chip for successions, which is actually really important as well. And we'll have this guy be our marshal. Cool. I suppose we could rant some people off, but what are we going to spend that money on, in theory, in reality? Not just in theory. I have no idea what we would spend that money on. What I do have an idea about is that I want to fight these guys. Now, this is going to have to be a piecemeal war. Unless somebody's got claims here. Not great. Not great. Okay. Nobody really has claims on the kingdom, so we're just going to have to do like a duchy conquer here. It's not a terrible one. I think that we'll go for this one. Yeah, that's a pretty decent claim, actually. We'll declare that. And then we are going to raise up our troops down over this direction. Raise up our men-at-arms. Apparently that's going to take them 3 years to get here. I don't believe that. It might take one of our knights 3 years to get there. But it's not going to take all of our troops 3 years to get here. There's an enemy holy order that is against us, so they've got around 16,000 troops. That's fine. We'll just raise up 20k with our men-at-arms. And they can just kind of do what they want over here for now. And... or rather, we're raising up 20k with our levy troops. I keep doing that. So this will be fine. That's plenty there. And, oh, for some reason I was thinking this was a crossing, but it's just a little bit of a shiny effect there. Sure. This is fine. We're going to walk over this way. And here we have our men-at-arms. This is enough. And we're going to move them on over. So we're going to have everybody come on over to, actually, their capital. We're going to stack up there, and we'll just keep an eye on their troops for now. We're not too concerned about them. Okay, if they want to come up here and siege, I'm fine with this. An enemy ally joins the war. Their holy order must have left. Okay, now their holy order's back. Cool. Sure, that was really awkward. I'm not sure what they did. They, like, disbanded their troops and then re-raised them. It was kind of bizarre. Actually, more than kind of. It was rather bizarre. They're back up here sieging. That's okay. We don't mind this. We're just going to group up here in their capital. Once again, a siege force and a combat force. We're going to let these guys lock in. Are we? No, we're not. We're not going to let them lock in. We need to... We died. Okay, sure. Slightly awkward timing there, but it's fine. So, we're going to have some problems. We're going to immediately go into wealth focus here. We've already gone down to large levies. That's non-terrible, actually. We do need a bunch of people here, and you go to manage domain. 7 of 10. Wait, what happened? Did we have a bad succession? I don't notice anything on the macro level. Ah. These went to our brother. Or that did. Yeah, all of these went to our brother. Okay. We'll deal with that, but for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to revoke from these guys, which we can easily do. They will always accept this. And that'll just get us back up to 10. Full power castles. Boom. Excellent. We are, of course, going to finish up this war. No problem there. But we do need a chancellor, and for now, we want powerful vassals on our council. We don't care so much about their skill, but we would like to have them to be reasonably well-skilled. I'm actually going to put this guy in. And then I do want a powerful marshal here. Set to organizing levies. He is increasing controlling county right now. That is important, but right now, organizing levies is more important. For a spy master, we'll put in this guy. Okay. We can grant vassals out to rightful lieges. And this is fine. Okay. We can negotiate an alliance with this guy. That was our brother. And we're going to want to break that alliance. Wait, we can't break that alliance, can we? I shouldn't have done that. That was our brother, wasn't it? I'm fairly certain it was. Yeah. I don't think that we can get rid of that. However, what we can do is this. And so we shall. Now, we're going to also need to work on swaying our current High Shaman or replace our current High Shaman with someone who already likes us more. This person already likes us reasonably. I think we're just going to sway them. Okay. Now, as far as this whole murder scheme goes, we are going to bribe this gentleman and this gentleman. Fantastic. So we'll get started on that. And as I said, we will win this war. We do expect large factions against us for the first little while here. However, I expect these to be much less bad factions. We are really hoping that we start seeing Liberty factions getting strong. That's what we're really hoping for right now. Okay, he's just running up over this way. Sounds good. How are these factions actually? Apparently these populists can still send a demand, even though they're below the military threshold. That may update. We'll see. For now, none of them are too strong. So we're just going to come up over this way. We capped there. Oh, this does not have a siege leader. We definitely do want a siege leader. And I did not expect to die when we did, in all honesty. But this is fine. Having this guy take over is not the worst idea. We do need concubines here. And I don't care about anything other than producing heirs with them, so that is fine. I mean, we probably should check congenital traits, but I don't actually care. And the reason why I don't actually care about that is because none of these are likely to be our... Well, we can choose good ones with our player heir, right? That's the idea there. Child of our dynasty. Okay, sounds good. The independence faction is there. Yeah, the Tengri populace are now too weak to send an ultimatum. This is not looking too bad. This guy's 18.3%. Okay. So we'll deal with that in a bit. There's a level of fame and our faith. So we're definitely going to want to work up our level of fame with this cash so we can create these titles at this point. That is wonderful. But we want to get out of this war right now before this faction will fire. We're 59% war score currently. And they'll fire in 5 months at present speed. Not a ton we can do about this guy. He's just kind of a jerk. So that's good to know. However, we might be able to do something about some of these guys. Not really this one either, unless we can just negotiate with them. He won't because he's a claimant, but otherwise we'd be able to. This guy we can negotiate with. Not this guy. Who else might we be able to negotiate with? Let's see here. Okay, just that guy. But that will get him out of that faction, and he is relatively powerful. Okay. King Jeremy of Lithuania out of there. Now, if we could get this guy out of there. That's a valuable hostage, and that means that this war is now over. So we're going to enforce demands. We gain the contested title. Yeah, that's correct. We're going to disband all, and that means that we gained the title up where? Oh, over here, right. Okay, this looks like this is just fine. So, this number goes up. What do we want to do about this guy? Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we will deal with this faction next episode. I think we might have to fight these guys, so... You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.